Hey, this is Solid Snake. Thanks for joining me on my first review here with the Red King figure that was not released by Hasbro. This figure was supposed to come out with the Fing Fang Foom series. If you guys recognize this picture, this was the prototype picture that was given out by Hasbro before the series was released. Here in this next picture, I just got a front still picture. The reason why I'm going with pictures instead of a full-on video review is just so that you guys can get a better look at the figure and get more detail out of it versus me holding the figure, my fingers getting in the way and the camera not being able to zoom in and out. You won't get as clear a picture. Here we have a back shot showing his double jointed knees, single jointed foot, double jointed hands there, which is on the knee, on the elbows, double jointed on the elbows, single ball joint for the hands, and single forward and backward swivel on the chest. Here I put him next to the King Hulk figure, and this is just to give you an idea of his size and girth. Also, if you can see, Hasbro put in a great deal of work into this figure. A lot of sculpting. It's an original sculpt. That head, helmet, body down to the foot is an original sculpt. Here's a little bit closer shot with him and King Hulk. Once again, if you see some swirls in the paint, it's a prototype. I shouldn't even have this figure. How I got it, I can't tell you, because if I told you, then I'd have to kill you. I can tell you, however, this figure does smell like keister. Don't ask why, man. I don't want to tell you. Here on this next photo, we've got a close shot of his face without the helmet. As you can see here, this is a completely new sculpt, completely new figure. I mean, Red King here is a small guy who jumps into this armored suit to pretty much run a planet. It's a powered suit and he uses it to run the planet. Here I'm going to give you guys another shot of the front so you guys can get a better look at his face. Kind of looks funny there, but he's pretty comic accurate down to the suit, I would say. Once again, you can see a little bit of scuff in the paint, and that's because it's a prototype. But look at the amount of detail, even the chin. The tattooed emblems on his head are pretty accurate. Here you have his helmet. Sorry guys, I didn't push the helmet all the way down to get his eyes through there. Just kind of snapped it on quick. I wanted to get this review done for you guys. Kind of sucks that I'm doing a review on a figure that you guys will probably never get to see. However, that helmet is a two-piece helmet, and that visor does flip up. And this is what it looks like when it's flipped up. Once again, this is a great figure. A lot of work went into it, as you can see. And I'm thinking that maybe that's why Hasbro didn't release the figure, because of the sculpt and because of the money that was put into it. He is a big figure, and if you're thinking of getting a BAF out of him, no dice. They're not doing BAFs this year. And here you've got his arm. As you can see, he's got double jointed elbows, which is preferred by most Marvel Legend collectors because we like posability. Right there at the shoulder blade, you can see it's a ball swivel joint for maximum posability. And even at the waist there, you see he bends forward and backward, but does not turn from side to side. Here are the hips. Better look at the hips. Ball swivel joint at the hips for maximum posability. Once again, that's awesome. It's preferred by most Marvel Legend collectors. As long as they're not giving us no Adam Warlock hips there, I think we're pretty happy with that. I speak for myself, so I don't know about most of you guys. Here's a front shot. As you can see, I mean, just the armor and the detail that was put into it. They put so much detail into it, you can't even see where the joints start and where they end. Those are double jointed knees, and you cannot tell because of the sculpting over it, which is amazing. So once again, Hasbro does have the potential. Why they don't do it, I don't know. Here are the back of the knees so that you can see that they're double jointed knees. They do bend all the way back and are limited to posability forward because of the armor. However, I don't know if anybody that can bend their knees forward unless you're double jointed. So that really doesn't matter to me. And here's the last photo still. Once again at the front, as you can see, the hands are just simple ball swivels, and so are the feet. They can bend up and down 360 degrees. For those of you who like putting them in that special flight pose, you know, aerobatic, whatever. Anyways, thanks for joining me on my first review, and this is Solid Snake. See ya!